Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Thanks for coming again. I want to talk about what's going on in the market today. See, there's a few things that I think are going on. And there's two ways to look at a market when you're evaluating what's going on. You can look at what the predictions are, like what the waves are, like where are people going, where do you think they're going to go? Or you can look at what is happening, right? Like what actually is happening right now in the market. When 2021 started, I said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into cool layer one technologies. And it did good. It did good, but I weighed my stuff heavily into the altcoins. I wanted small cap with big upsides and very risky, because they have a huge downside, like all the way to zero. So I did a lot of that as well, and I still did okay. But anyway, now this is months later. It's a half year later, 3/4 of a year later. Now we just hit another big drop after we've been dropping for the 3 previous months. So everybody's looking for, okay, I think this is the bottom. We're ready to push, and then boom, and it goes again. Now everybody's on pins and needles. Everybody's pulling their hair and trying to figure out what is happening. So this is what I'm going to do. I look at this market and say, not what's happening anymore. It's obvious I can't guess what's happening in the market. So now I want to know, what do I see? Let me stop and just look at everything around. What do I actually see? So there's a couple things that people like. Okay, when people are looking for what they want to get into, how they want to cope with this, what part of this crypto world is active right now. Okay, so when they look at gamification. Like, people like things that feel like a game. When you use staking and providing liquidity and yields and the returns, people don't want to deal with that. And I know if you know all that stuff, you're like, what do you mean nobody wants to do it? Everybody wants ROI. Well, yes, they want that, but I don't think they want to deal with feeling like they have to learn a terminology. And this is important because when I see yield programs going now, they're like, you need to stake pig to earn dog. And once you get enough dog, then you can buy chicken. And it's, to me, I swear on everything I've made of, it sounds silly. But people want that. That's fun to them. That's a game. And they make money playing the game, and they'll put up money to play that game to make more money. And they do make a lot of money. So, who's the dummy? The guy who wants to breed pigs to make dogs to buy chicken? Or is it the people who are buying pigs, dogs, and chicken NFTs and also making a lot of money? Or is it the people who's like, no, you have to scale back and I want to provide liquidity and match 𝐬𝐸 tokens at 50/50 and try to see if I can compound it? Nobody wants to hear that. People want the gamification. Okay, so they want the entertainment that comes with it. They like looking at the pictures and the cartoons and the photos and the art and the music that NFTs provide. They want the entertainment. So they want to make the return on the money, and they want the entertainment, and they want to be able to yield farm outside of that terminology. And I'm using what I think right now, not to tell you what I think you should do. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. In fact, why don't you help me out, guys, and push the like for me? Push the like, push the subscribe if you haven't yet, and then leave me a comment and tell me about yourself, tell me what you're into, so we can start this dialogue back and forth, you and I. Even when the prices are all the way down in crypto, I think crypto's losing its cachet. I think the gamification and the NFTs and that sort of thing is what's popping in the yield farm. Now, if you stayed in crypto, okay, because I'm not getting out of crypto. I'm going to split up, like I said in the previous videos. I'm going to do a little bit of fun stuff. I'm going to do a little bit of and I'm going to consolidate my technology, my cryptos into stuff that I now think people are going to. So in my opinion, like, big problem with scaling. Like, Solana can't keep their computers turned on. They gotta control delete reboot every time. ETH fees are skyrocketing high. Bitcoin's transactions, it's like one every 15 minutes. Like, they're getting bogged down. They were great in the beginning, but when you get real traffic on people, then all their claims about faster transaction fees, blah, blah, blah. I mean, faster transaction speeds and low fees. Well, that's cool in the testnet, and that's cool in beta. But when you get a full release and people put their money behind you, and you actually, your computers and your network needs to perform at that scale, at that speed, and still keep costs low, well, then a lot of computers start to funk out a little bit. So we're starting to see what I think we're needing right now is we need scaling. Cryptos that scale well is going to be big. I am covering that. Cross chain. If you, I don't know how into crypto you are. If you've ever had, like, say you got some Avalanche tokens, but you're not really worried about Avalanche right now. You need to get some BNB. Okay, different blockchains. The steps that you got to go from Avalanche out to a stable coin on Avalanche, even if it's like USDC, then transfer to USDC from the Avalanche blockchain over to the Binance Smart Chain. And if you send it to the regular Binance, you got to go through Binance Chain and still bridge it to the Smart Chain. Then when you have it in Smart Chain USDC, now you can buy it back, or maybe even have to go to USDT and just to buy it back to BNB. Multiple steps to go from one blockchain to another. You don't just say, I want Avalanche on Avalanche, trade it for BNB on Binance Smart Chain. Okay, it's multiple steps. We need to focus on, or I am starting to focus on, coins that handle that. Okay, that kind of cross-platform, cross-chain transactional stuff. Who can make that easier for me? Because I think other people are going to want to see that easier. And I do. Shoot, that's 4 different steps. And I'm getting hit with fees the whole way. They're very low, unless you're on Ethereum. But still, it's a lot of fees. And then privacy. I think privacy is going to be huge. Like, people now, the censorship's out of control. You can't do anything. Everybody's telling on what you can do, what you can't do. You need to have this or you can't come here. Everybody's being told everything. You're not allowed to do anything anymore. I don't think you can fart anymore without having to tell somebody or pass test to everybody who smelled it. So you got to watch what you do now. Privacy, I think, is going to be huge. It's a scary topic in crypto because I think the SEC and governments are going to come down on it and nobody's going to want to admit it. But if you look at the average crypto investor, and the average person, period, even if they're not in crypto, they want left alone. They want privacy. Quit looking at my wallet. Quit counting my money. Don't worry about where it is. I have it somewhere. Like, that's what people want. So I'm investing in coins that do privacy. And that can be a rocket ship or a submarine. But I said it in another video as well. But I'm going on it anyway. I think it's needed, and I think that's where it's going to go. So those are my steps. That's what I'm looking for. I am handling, okay, so I have the likes and then the needs. That first list of things was the likes. The likes are gamification, entertainment, pictures, cartoons, and FOMO. Like, people want to see the excitement of NFTs. No matter what crypto does, it's starting to decouple. Like, crypto's not going to be tied to NFTs anymore, in my opinion, because NFT people are tired of crypto. It just stays down, and it's not fun on top of that. And it's too technical. They don't want to have to think about all the complex different platforms. What does this coin do? Who are the founders? Are the founders trustworthy? Is the coin dropped? Is it appreciated? Has it declined? Like, what's going on? There's a lot to think about. And I like it. I've been in it a long time. A lot of people like crypto. They prefer crypto. But that's simply not what we got going on here. In the yield farming and ROI and staking strategies. Even if you use them through gamification, the pig, I'm going to buy the pig and hold it until I earn enough dog to buy the chicken. Once you do that, that's just yield farming in sexy, like, pretty fun words for sort of complex issues, but that's where I'm going to start putting my money into the stake. Well, I've already started, but I'm going to make a video soon. I'm going to explain to you guys what kind of staking I do. And I really think you should look at it in a way that, not for entertainment, I might need to do this. So I will make that clear. But staking right now, paying obscene rewards. You can overthink it. That's a Ponzi, that's a scam, that's a whatever. In the meanwhile, It's paying every day. So we're going to talk about that. I want you guys to see that. Now, that's the likes. That's what I think people like. It's what I think the crypto needs. Okay, so the scaling problem, the problem with slow transactions, high fees, I'm invested in IOTA. Because IOTA covers a whole bunch of the bases that I think this needs, honestly. But they're going to provide feeless transactions. You can't beat it. Super fast and feeless. And actually, it's cross-chain as well. IOTA covers that by not even using blockchain. They use a Tangle technology, and you can Google that and look it up a little bit. It's really interesting. But I think that's something new and bright, and it'll be fun. So I'm going to look at IOTA. I'm looking at it. I'm already in IOTA. Cross-chain. Remember I said about how much it takes to get from Avalanche to Binance? Like, what other coins? Is there a coin out here that handles cross-chain, cross-platform communication? And first IOTA, and then also Cardano does that. KDA. So I have money in KDA. I'm not worried anymore about L1 solutions, technologies I thought were cool earlier in the year. Now I'm looking at what I see and what I think people are missing. So I'm investing in the coins that I think provide those things. So IOTA and Cardano already. Privacy, you know how I feel about privacy. I think everybody probably feels, get out of my stuff, man. Quit looking in my pockets. Okay, that's Haven. Haven Protocol XHV, it's down so far right now. If you don't hop on, if you wanted to get in Haven, you don't hop on it now, think you're missing the boat. But that's just where I'm not saying you should get on it. Let me rephrase that. I'm in it and I like it. So that's it. That's my another strategy that I'm employing. And it might sound flip floppy, man. This dude's always changing ideas. No, I'm looking at the data. I'm looking at what I see right now, not projections and not guesses. What happened already? Now let me look at that set of information and make my choice on where I'm gonna go next. That's what I'm doing. And to me, I think that's a good strategy. It looks paper handy. Maybe you got to spin his hands. You're not holding on to the coins long enough. But if they don't produce, and you're in here to make money, if you're here for the tech, stay with the tech only. But if you're here to make some money too, you got to know how to read the winds, man, and go with it. So I'm not changing everything, regardless of what it sounds like. But I think this is a hot new idea because the market hasn't acted like it acted before. So I don't need to invest like I invested before. I'm trying to make the change as the market dynamics change. So there you go. All right, guys. I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you if you stayed to the end. That's awesome. Again, if you could leave me a like, leave me a subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Watch some more of my videos. Watch all my videos. Tell me what you want to hear on another video. I'll be glad to do that for you. All right. Take care. Again, I appreciate you coming, and I hope you make some money out there. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.